Coming up in this week's episode.
You could go to your parents in the 80s and go, can I have a bigger bed, please? And they go, why? No reason. Just a bit more space to do some gymnastics. Practice my forward rolls, do my backflips with the girls that come over. The woman on the till, she was like elderly, bless her. And she went, oh, I do love licorice, but it goes right through me.
It's time to adjust those shoulder pads, backcomb what's left of your hair, and jump into the DeLorean for a look back at what's possibly the best decade anyone could ever have grown up in.
Shall we play a game?
This is Bring Back the 80s with your hosts James Alderson and me, Andy Jackson.
Welcome along to another edition. James Alderson over there.
Hello.
Me, Andy Jackson, just here.
Hello.
And we are into our third episode now. What the hell is that on your lap, James?
Well, massive.
Massive.
You know me, I've got a massive clock. Everyone said it over the years. And it's hidden.
Can you stop stroking?
And it's
your
hidden
massive
under this
clock?
watch. Oh my god, it's nice. It's nice and bulbous. If you're not watching this, please check it out. Yes, these next few episodes are all about our bedrooms back in the 80s. I've done extensive research and I've had a few court orders in place now. Yes, compared to kids' bedrooms these days, I think our bedrooms are pretty exciting. And it's people like to sort of say, "Oh no, 80s boring." It was so there was a lot of variety. There's a lot of stuff going on. You know, we've just done the episodes about handheld games. Computers were coming into their own, and a lot of electronics and stuff. It was very exciting times. And this was, to me, was the epitome of style for your bedroom. If you were a boy or girl and you had a massive watch on your wall, for some reason, that was good.
Just to explain, if somebody's just listening to the sound of this,
yes.
It's a wristwatch.
Yes.
But it's a swatch, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's bright. It's white.
Yep.
Plastic.
Yep.
6 foot tall.
Yeah, and lots of 80s sort of colours
yeah.
across the thing, different coloured arms, and Swatch, of course, being
like
Swiss.
This, yeah.
They've combined the word Swiss with watch.
Watch.
Do you like
Very
the way
good,
it's
yeah, very
clever,
good, yeah.
clever. And obviously it's from Switzerland. Swatch was the brand for teenagers and 20-somethings, wasn't it, in the 80s? If you had a Swatch watch, you were doing well. You could interchange your straps. Sometimes had see-through watches. It was mental. You could see your own wrist through the watch. This is from 1987. Perfect timing for me, really. I was about 12, 13. I didn't have a Swatch one, I don't think, on my wall. But I'll be honest with you, my wife got me this for last Christmas. I have never seen one since, ever. And this is worth a small fortune, and I'm allowed to be happy about it because she got it for me. It's just incredible. If you've got massive wrists or a place in your house to hang one.
Where would you actually put that, though, James?
Well, it was hung in bedrooms. These were hung in bedrooms, and they had little fixtures. I've got the fixture as well, where this, because it's got the proper buckle at the end. Look.
Everything.
Proper buckle and the proper strap and the proper places to hook it. I mean, if you've got big wrists, it would work, but it'd probably wrap around my tummy now. But yeah, these hang on your wall in your bedroom, and as I say, unisex. They had pink ones, white ones, black ones, brown ones, you name it, red ones. And this really summed up a bedroom. You walked into one of your mates' bedrooms and they had a Swatch watch on the wall. You were like, hey, he's doing well.
How much would they have cost in those days?
I mean, they were probably about 40 quid, 50 quid. I don't know about a Swatch one, but yeah, a couple hundred quid.
300 or 400 quid today's money then.
And, Swatch watches were more than that, I think, to have a Swatch watch. I don't know, maybe these were more. Swatch was the brand. That was like
it was a very cool brand. It was a very cool brand.
Yeah, and Smash Hits magazine would have had a Swatch advert in every magazine, in every edition. So yeah, a good way to kickstart our bedroom couple of episodes. Massive clock.
Yes, massive, absolutely massive.
Huge. You won't have seen a bigger one, especially a white one.
On that note, James, it's time for the first of our clips. Now, when we said we were going to be doing kids' bedrooms, it's very difficult to find TV adverts of the 80s aimed just at kids' bedrooms.
Well, I'll tell you what, I bet you that they're watching you on the internet right now because you'll keep Googling kids' bedrooms. You are on a list of some kind, mate, I tell you.
So as you'll see with this first clip, we've had to go down a particular route for getting these. So it's not exclusively bedrooms. There might be the odd kitchen will crop up.
Oh, no.
Every now and then. But have a look, and this is the first one that I could find.
Number one, pensions or beds. Number one for value.
nation's #1 bed sale. You'll find literally thousands of beds, all the famous brand names at prices that simply can't be beaten. And that's guaranteed.
We're number one, Benson's.
Mike Reed, Radio 1 DJ, doing the voiceover for that.
They're number
Guy
one.
Used to do our tune, didn't he?
Yeah.
He used to do our tune, but
They're still about, aren't they, Benson's?
They are. They
Or
are.
They've just gone under.
No, I
maybe?
think they're still about, and I think they've gone. That was more sort of West Country, but I think they do cover. Certainly in our neck of the woods.
Well, New
as well,
Look as well.
beds,
Started down that way.
Yes.
we discovered when we did the old
couple of episodes ago.
Yeah. So it's. I mean, for some reason, in the 80s they decided what is the best thing to make kids' beds from? Metal poles.
Yes.
And I don't know where this came from because wood works. And most beds are made of wood, I think, now. Still. But you go, look there, red metal or white metal. I mean, there's nothing more uncomfortable, is there, than leaning back on a couple of bits of scaffolding to hold your bloody bed together. I'm just going to move this ridiculously lethal clock out of me.
Do you want me to
groin
pass it
area.
over to me?
I don't know.
I don't know if I
don't know
can-
what we
can I
got.
be trusted here?
Can we do anything?
Put it down.
Have you got somewhere over there? Because I got nothing.
It's got space over here.
Yeah, just take it easy, mate.
Very careful.
I don't have to send you an invoice. Just lay it flat. Take it
Go
easy.
down.
Be careful. Slide it. Feed the clock.
Snap.
Yes, that's it.
I
See
just say
James
that's
cry.
your responsibility
Yeah,
now,
that's it
James.
now.
Is my hands are empty.
It's out of the way.
It's done
Yeah,
and
you
dusted.
Drop the clock. No one gets hurt. Yeah. So metal. I mean, you lean back and you would have a metal headboard. Red metal for boys, probably white metal for a girl's bedroom. They try and shape it into maybe a semicircle, but you'd lean back, it would clang against a wall. You certainly couldn't have your boyfriend or girlfriend over with a metal headboard. Or if you were really fancy and posh, your mum and dad, of course, had a velvet headboard, sometimes in the shape of a slight cloud, the sort with buttons holding the velvet in place. Oh, it just vulgar, wasn't it? You just looked at it, like, oh God.
And it was that sort of like velour material, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Wipe clean.
Yeah, but it's just some very bright primary colours. I think there's one of the single beds because a lot of kids had single beds then.
Yeah.
I think most kids now I think will probably be in a double bed, small double now. But
That's what I'm
then
interested in.
it was a tiny little
You
single
couldn't go
bed.
to your parents in the 80s and go, can I have a bigger bed, please? And they go, why? No reason. No reason. Just a bit more space to do some gymnastics. Practice my forward rolls, do my backflips with the girls that come over. Because I think they may have started in the 70s, but these weird sort of duvets and pillowcases that were covered in Fraggle Rock and A-Team and stuff we didn't really come in until into the 80s. I think late 70s you might have had things like the Wombles and Magic Round.
Yeah, there was not such a big marketing thing now because now it's like Disney.
Well, that's
It's
it, Star Wars and all that
Star
stuff,
Wars
yeah.
and all that stuff. But then it would have been kind of more generic shapes and things, wouldn't it? It wouldn't have necessarily been brands.
No, it would have been like the front of that Swatch watch there. Lots of different zigzags and reds and black lines and white lines and different garish colours. And then as soon as Star Wars started doing bed covers, then you got the A-Team, you got Mask, Fraggle Rock, Mr. Men, Thomas the Tank Engine, everything else. And you had to just make sure that you had the facility to upgrade that bed slip by the time you got into into courting the other halves.
Yes.
Because you want to turn up and have Care Bear bed covers and go, oh God, Mum, please don't put that on for today. But yes.
Because the thing is, you did not have the choice. You were given what you were given.
Yeah.
There was no which one do you want?
Yeah.
You want that?
You love Transformers. I'm 16. Please can I not have Transformers? I mean, to be honest, it was quite nice. If you were going out with a girl and she was maybe 15 and she had My Little Pony, it was quite sweet, but I don't think as a boy you really felt like comfortable with your girlfriend coming into your bedroom and you had the A-Team bed sheet. You're just like, yeah, I'm Mr. T. Come and get me. But yeah, it's the bed's the bed is like the cornerstone of your room, isn't it? So that's what everything else fed off of. If you had that bed was red, then your wallpaper or curtains were going to be red, and your desk, school's little desk in the corner was going to be red, and your shelving was going to be red, carpet red, something red, but your spotlights on your ceiling red. You try and get it all colour coordinated, so you've got to get the bed right.
Yes, and you have to have your own little workspace area. I remember for homework.
Yeah.
It's hated doing homework, but you had to have your own little space. Everything had to be
Yeah.
just so.
A little bendy spotlight.
Yeah, yeah.
A little switch on the base and the red metal but a black bendy thing. If you could have a bendy spotlight on
Yeah.
your desk, you were winning.
I had one that was like a long fluorescent tube, but it was still a bendy one.
Wow, mate.
Yes, I know. It was amazing.
Fancy.
Amazing.
Got money.
But, we were easily pleased in those days now. It's like you give a kid, and you would have had that as a present.
Yeah.
It would have been a gift. There is a lamp for your bedroom. Is a gift for you. Please be.
Oh, yeah. Christmas. Unwrap this. Did you have these on your walls?
Yes, of course. Everybody had those.
If you obviously, especially if it was red, which most boys I think
Show
was
that
red.
one up there, James.
Okay, we got the Ferrari Testarossa. I think there's another Testarossa. Oh no, that's no, I don't know what that one is. And then you got the Porsche Turbo. And boys had these, and they're not even photos. They haven't gone to
They're
the bother.
drawings, aren't they? Yeah.
Some sort of CAD design. I don't know what it is, and they've just put them in frames. That one's obviously got to protect the corners because it's a valuable item. I don't know what it is, but utter tat. But boys had them on their rooms. They might even have a similar sort of illustration of a sexy lady in a sort of like
tennis dress.
gym gym outfit, or some sort of on tiptoes in leg warmers, some weird thing. And obviously the ladies would have horses jumping over something.
Always horses. Yes.
Maybe a horse with a horn. Unicorn. Okay, but you know what I mean. So yes, here we go. You can have a look at those.
Thank
you
you,
get
James.
excited.
But the thing is, as well, those the boys' bedrooms were boys' bedrooms, girls' bedrooms were girls' bedrooms, and there was you would always know whether you were going into a girls' or a boys' bedroom instantly from the moment you went through the door.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of pastels for the girls, and a lot of the photos were always in sort of like that sepia or black and white. They would have posters on their walls, but they wouldn't be in colour unless they were like pastels, or they'd be that sepia where we have this thing. This is a classic 80s image. It's a photo of me a few years back with my boy. Big muscles, obviously. He's kidnapped that kid, and he's got a photo of it. With Lond font on the top, which means the kid, and it's a famous photographer, Spencer Rowell, whoever he is. But yeah, that would have been on a girl's bedroom in our room.
It would have been, yeah,
because it's got a bloke in it, and she would have had that, or a poster of. There's a famous one of a bloke in turned down overalls with his chest out, a bit oily, holding a tyre in each hand.
Yes.
He's not getting any work done. Someone's waiting for their car to be serviced.
Just sitting there.
He's just standing there with
holding his wheels,
tits out. So these sorts of things. Athena, obviously, you'd go into Athena. There was nowhere else to get this stuff. You go into Athena shops and get your posters, get your car-based naked woman, man-based posters. Put them on your wall in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Well,
that was your way of showing your individuality, though. I don't know. Is it so much of a thing now where kids take so much time over what's in their bedrooms, or do they're just on their phones now?
I think the posters are still a big thing, and a lot of these little vinyl bobblehead sort of things, they like those, reflecting the computer games stuff. But I do think most of it is based around computer games. There isn't that sort of lifestyle imagery of cars and semi-naked men and women. I don't think you get that like you used to in the 80s.
It's a bit more. It's a bit woker now.
No, I just think that they can get all that online.
Yes.
We don't need to stare at a poster for an afternoon and get our rocks off with our imagination.
Speaking of the computer games, let's see if we can identify any of these famous mystery sounds.
Oh, okay.
James.
It's the mystery sound of the 80s. It's the mystery sound of the 80s.
That's the instant one, isn't it?
Yeah.
The instant one that even me, because I was not much of a game player,
Weren't you?
to be honest. I did the
Jigsaws.
the very early ones. I did the bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
I suddenly, by the time that I should have been playing perhaps some of the more interesting games, I was already married with kids by
she
then.
didn't let
James,
you do that.
They're not allowed.
Oh, no.
None of that was allowed.
Oh, what a shame.
But so that was, even I know, because you hear that sound and you sing it in your head, don't you?
Well, like we said in the gaming episode, previous two episodes, the composers and the people who wrote this stuff knew what they were doing. It was just, no-brainer. You heard the tunes, you knew the games, you wanted to play it.
That's the only one that sounds like the name, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
the only one that sounds like the name. Are you ready for another clip?
Yes, please.
Here we go. This is another TV advertisement from the 80s.
7 brings you the most amazing one-off deals. Like this superbly versatile teenage bedroom suite. With a desk, a cabinet, a double wardrobe, and a captain's bed. It's the complete setup. But right now it'll set you back just $99.99.
So everybody said that the furniture back then was absolute crap. For £99.99 for a whole bedroom.
Yeah.
What are you expecting?
I know, and it was MDF basically with a coating of white on it.
Very thin white.
But they lasted. I mean, everybody had those. I had a bedroom pretty much like that from, I would argue, maybe 1985 to 1992, 93. It was quite well lasted, and everybody, I mean, they must have been the richest bloody company ever.
Must have been, yeah.
How did they get it so wrong in the end? Because they went tits up, didn't they? MFI?
Indeed, yeah.
Maybe because we stopped buying white shitty bedroom furniture. It's like, what are we going to do now?
It was the standing joke, wasn't it? It was that MFI was crap.
Yeah, you made it yourself, didn't you?
You made it yourself. I think it came up in the corner. It said that self-assembly prices. They were like the precursor to IKEA, weren't they? Really?
Well, he said it stood for Mission Fucking Impossible to make it MFI. But I mean, somehow my mum made it. Bless her. I wouldn't have helped her. But it's drawers underneath.
Captain's bed.
Yeah.
Was like you were saying earlier on. For a while, all the beds were made of metal.
Yeah.
But then these captain's beds made of shitty MDF came along.
Yeah.
And it just was like no bed you'd ever seen before.
No. And for a boy to have drawers under your bed instead of putting your porn mags in a stack underneath, you put them in drawers.
Yes.
Organised pornography. You can put it in categories. Hello. Anyway.
Moving on.
Okay. Yes. You can certainly. Anything with a horse's horn?
What's the Z? What can we go to?
We've got zebras probably. But no. Anyway. So yeah, but you could, having drawers was just a bonus because usually there's just this catastrophic space under a kid's bed in the 80s.
Just full of dust and.
Well, you'd have one of those Fisher-Price bloody things for when you were 3 that you spin the balls and the mirrors on and the whirly thing and the pressy buzzer. That slid under there. You had one of those pull-along telephones. They'd be under your bed from the 1977. Everything was under there. And a sock... not a sock. That doesn't sound what probably was a sock, but I didn't mean that. You missed the one missing sock that you couldn't find. A football. There was some frisbee or something, and then some plates and a bit of breakfast from 7 weeks ago.
Oh yes.
So
there was always food, always uneaten food.
But I think that parents would have loved that. That's why it was so successful. It was nice to feel like they had lots of drawers and organisation. But the parents thought, great, nothing's getting stuck under their bloody bed anymore.
Tidy
Stuff
away.
to put your pants and socks in. But yeah, the whole range. I mean, for that sort of money, that's great, isn't it?
£99 for the whole bedroom, which now would be £400.
Yeah,
for a whole bedroom.
You tell me a set of bedroom furniture that is as popular these days. You couldn't show a set of furniture and go, well, this is what all the kids have got today, because they just haven't. Everyone's got bespoke little bits and bobs and different style of furniture. There's no range that's anything like as successful as that from the 80s.
What they didn't do in MFI, but maybe they missed the trick that IKEA did, was they didn't create the bedrooms, did they? There's, I think, what IKEA got so really right is having little pretend rooms with the furniture. And like even now, I go into IKEA and think, that's a bloody lovely bedroom.
Yeah.
I'll have some of that, please.
All, please.
So it's just so if it comes up with these concepts, is good. So, but MFI was the standard for everybody's teenage bedroom.
That's where you went.
Yeah.
I mean, Texas did some bits, Texas Home Care and all that sort of stuff, and you could go to obviously Ideal Home. To pick your Court's Ideal Home exhibition. You could pick your carpets, pick your beds. I mean, Christ, look at some of these. This is early 80s, but look at the state of that. Look at the state of that. I mean, Christ, that's designer.
Oh my God, look at the different colours and the different patterns and the...
In the early 80s,
different
you didn't have to blend it.
No, but I mean, that's migraine.
That's called your Ideal Home.
Inducing, isn't it?
It's actually, it's chaos. It's got a stack system, MIDI hi-fi in there, but every design is just conflicting. I mean, look at that. This poor lady, she's laying on a bed there. She's not got any bed sheets. Look. It's absolute chaos. Kids there playing Guess Who on the floor, and they've got the spinny thing for Twister. No Twister out. I mean, that's just child abuse. And then they got a kids' party, of course, with 4 kids from what looks like a horror film.
And a massive great jug of fluorescent orange juice.
Look at that.
Orange juice substitute.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Anyway, so Ideal Home from Courts. That's where you would go to maybe get your luxury velour and velvet suites. And there's the buttons on the like we would have had on the headrest of the beds.
And the wing-backed armchair as well for mum to sit back and Dad wearing his Farrah slacks as well.
Of course he is, back from work and ready to socialise.
But the Ideal Home, I don't know whether it was the same with you, because we lived in London. They always used to have the Ideal Home exhibition.
Of course.
Used to be on Earl's Court.
Yeah.
Family treat to go to the Ideal Home exhibition every single year.
Well, you were posh if you went to that.
I don't know why, though, because we never came back with anything apart from
a sofa,
carrier bags full of bloody leaflets.
And free pencils,
badges, and all that.
I've been to the Ideal Home exhibition.
Maybe that was what it was. But it was a proper day out.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do something new.
Go on.
Here we go. See what's in the old box today.
James's special lunchbox surprise.
Now, we've gone free fall on this because I had to take them out of the pack so I don't ruin the future stuff. So if you open that up, these were like... Start again in a minute. These were... I didn't like these, right? But everybody seemed to eat these all the time.
Can I just say, I hated these.
Did you?
I hated
You don't have to have any if you don't want to.
Hated these.
Bassett's all sorts, and licorice all sorts.
I'm going to have one just to see if they're as horrible.
Well, I don't remember the yellow ones. I liked the black ones, I think.
Oh, just foul.
See, I don't even know what the yellow is.
I was going to say, what even is it? Yeah.
Oh, God, that's strong, isn't it? Oh, crikey.
Coconutty.
Is this coconut? I don't like coconut.
I'm getting coconut.
See,
but horrible
so you got
coconut.
the black ones. They were the famous
licorice ones, weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah, coconut. I hate coconut. And these ones. Now, oh, no, nasty.
But everybody loved them.
Oh, God, you couldn't bloody move for a licorice bastard all sort.
Yeah. The most, and there was the one thing with the little speckly, little spotty bits of sugary stuff over them.
Yeah.
Like little hundreds and thousands or something.
Oh, yeah.
But foul. Absolutely foul.
You might not like the next lunch surprise.
actually making me cough, James.
Yeah. It's just... People thought that they would somehow offered you something quite amazing. Would you like a Bassett's all sort?
No,
I don't actually. You want a normal sweet, you weirdo.
I want chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate. That's
chocolate,
it.
Please. Yeah.
Chocolate or something that's pure sugar. Because licorice, of course, is medicinal. Back in the day, you would have it. And funny thing is, when I bought those, I was at the till, and the woman on the till, she was like elderly, bless her. And she said, "Oh, I do love licorice, but it goes right through me." Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
Something to think about for the rest of the day whilst I'm eating them. Thank you. So yeah, but that's the service.
Yeah.
It's like digestive biscuits. They were there to help your digestion.
Yeah.
100 years before we made them super popular and whack loads of chocolate on them, of course, and different things. And licorice for the same. It's meant to be something you chew and it helps clear you through.
No, what I was going to do is help me lose weight by not eating any more of those.
Yeah.
So there we go. Most disappointing lunchbox out of all the series we've done, James. Series 4. 2 years we're at this now, James. Worst ever lunchbox surprise.
I've got coconut with teeth.
Horrible.
That's not meant to happen.
Horrible.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Nearly time for the end of the episode.
Yep.
We've just got the mystery sound to reveal.
Oh, okay.
It's the mystery sound of the 80s. It's the mystery sound of the 80s.
Sega. That's the only one, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's just got that perfect sing-along a bit.
Players, not only would it be at home on the machine when you booted it up, but it would also be like on a Mega Drive or something, which is sort of late 80s, like early 90s, but around the arcades, you'd be walking around and you'd hear that go, Sega, just draws you in because you knew it was a great game if it was Sega.
They never made a bad game, did they?
No, not that I remember.
No.
Sega Rally Championships, Sega, I think they did the track and field, Sega, someone might correct me on that, with the Daley Thompson and all that. Like you do left, right, left, right, left.
Yeah,
right.
it was all the same basic moves, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Just
yeah.
with different characters. So underneath, all games are the same.
Left, right, up, down, up, down. None of this bollocks. Z, 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 A, Z, X, up, down. Oh, special move. No, it wasn't. It was just left, right, up, down, jump.
So nice and simple. Nice and simple.
like us.
Which is exactly what we need.
That we like it.
James, we're at the end of another episode.
No.
Next time round on Tuesday of next week.
Yeah.
More. Are we going to be going into more children's bedrooms?
We are, if they let us.
Until then, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to this week's edition. We'd love it if you could subscribe in your favourite podcast app. And don't forget there's a video version on YouTube too. You can contact us using the links in the show notes and on the YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time for another edition of Bring Back the 80s.